Perfect. Let me put my costume on.
Wow, 50 viewers already. Guys, stop gifting subs. The show hasn't started. You know you can just donate straight to people now on YouTube?
Really?
Yeah, you can just donate under videos and stuff. I've never done it, but I saw people doing it.
Would you ever do it?
No,
I'd never do it.
I don't like anybody on YouTube enough. A Colt streamed or something, maybe.
You don't like Mr.
What?
Beast enough, dude?
He doesn't need my money.
Okay. Fucking doke. How y'all doing?
Mm.
I'm doing.
I'm good.
I said.
I feel good.
How are you all doing? Loud. Everybody scream. Isaac especially, scream as loud as you can.
No, don't just get close.
No, don't put the mic. Put the mic on the table and
The stream just crashed.
Oh, I want to get loud, actually. Oh, shit. That felt
Now
good.
again, you run it back.
A good Chi-Hu in this mic?
Probably cut
Okay.
out.
I don't think so.
Cole, you look good today, but not as good as Nevin.
You have it backwards, bro. You got that backwards, bro.
Bye, Lewis.
Hey, Lewis.
Jordan said bye, Lewis.
Hi, Lewis.
Isaac also said bye, Lewis. He said
No
bye.
comment.
I said bye, Jordan. Nevin said no comment.
I like that little laugh you got.
That's cute.
Oh, fuck. Richard, look out.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
My bad.
That was a real gun.
I could tell.
Just painted.
The orange tip gave it away.
He just painted it.
Okay. Let's fucking get started. I'm going to say it, and I don't say this often. Today
Say it every week.
might be the best game out of all of them.
I don't know. Last time was going to be pretty hard to beat. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was...
And last week's game was great.
I don't remember.
Oh,
what
God,
happened.
that feels like a lifetime ago.
Well, we were goofy last time, huh?
Yeah,
we were
that's
goofy.
why. Nothing was serious.
We're getting
Nobody
spit on
can-
by the guards.
Yeah, nobody can take anything serious.
Nevin
Stakes
was
are
trying to
high. Jokes
hit
were
on his
high.
other characters. Daughter. Which shouldn't be wrong. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
But we know it is because
There's
we know
spiritually
why.
it feels dirty.
he created it, and then I'm down.
Did you plan for this, Kevin? Was this your plan all along?
No.
This was step one.
Okay. Let's go ahead and fucking get into it. Why don't we? Because this will be the last game for at least 6 months.
Thank God.
What?
And we'll pick it back up.
I'm busy. Let's get this going.
The last time in our Tales of Foundation, our heroes and champions arriving back on the prime material plane had arrived at the destroyed home of Protonheim. It seems as if their journey through hell had taken a lot longer than any had intended for, as almost 2 decades had passed since our heroes had last stepped foot on this world. With Protonheim shattered and destroyed, you all seeked out information on what had occurred and found the hidden underground kingdom dwarven kingdom of Kazakh Marin, a secret guarded by those who dwelled below, as well as our friend Vinric for some time. But it turns out that within your departure, there had been other incidents, great disasters thwarted by new champions chosen throughout the years, as they sacrificed their lives, passed away, to protect the same way you had. The discussion with the Queen, Eloise Stoneforge, had indicated that some enormous stone, a meteor, had descended upon Protunheim, but a few months ago, and had decimated the city, killing countless thousands. But in preparation, you were alerted that Vinric, as well as the new champions and the Primus, had begun orchestrating an army to send west to the sister continent, Wynandir, to where Zenith and Wrath had erected an enormous ruby-red citadel. Some ritual had been created or slowly coming to a crescendo for the last few years. The timeline syncing up with a solstice soon to approach, a grand celestial event in which the ley lines and arcane nexi of this world would coincide and create great magical disturbances or great devastation. You guys decided to head back to a familiar place, Fort Capstone, to research the cradle that lied beneath in the caverns below, and had found out that they'd been doing their own research in the decades that had gone by. And the same familiar thread that many of your former allies and individuals who should know you had forgotten your names, only viewing you as blurry versions of a hero, not trusting you were who you said you were. Down below in the cradle, a mining operation had begun, and you all began to try to understand more of what had been transpiring. It appeared that these cradles were arcane nexus points of some kind and were being manipulated by this solstice. Small threads of the story so far begin to tie themselves together, and one individual was able to enlighten your party on what had been going on. The daughter of the former champion of the Lawbearer, Vinric's own daughter, Rena, who had now become a head visor and a high-ranking official, only at the age of 20 or so, began to enlighten you on the magic workings and all that had been transpiring, and offered to grant you transportation to the front lines, a few days' march from the Citadel, to her father, Vinric, and the rest of the army. Seeking more answers and more allies, and hoping to clear whatever this mystery was with these cradles, what Zenith and Wrath's purpose was, why the gods had chosen you as champions, sent you away to hell, and what was the importance of that stone you had found buried in the ground all those, well, now years ago. With many open threads, you were teleported and arrived in front of your old companion, Vinric. Slightly old and weathered, but nonetheless happy to see familiar faces. We pick up right back in the front of your tent, Vinric. Your men, you being in the frontmost party, had arrived here a few weeks ago and had been setting up preparations for the rest to arrive. There's been some hiccups for some time being, but for the most part, everything is going to plan. As eerie as it might be over at the Citadel. As you all gaze at your familiar friend, the sound of marching boots, shouting, wagons and carts and horses, the occasional twang of bowstrings being tightened and taut, practice shots, sparring going on outside. There's a lively energy here, but I feel like in this confined moment in front of this tent, there is a pregnant pause as you all take in each other for the first time. So, heroes, champions, what would you like to do?
Probably immediately dap up Tormund.
Push him before he kind of gets.
Yeah, I think I already said it. It's good to see you guys, but just looking at Tormund, like, I don't know. You see, I think the last time we saw each other, it was all love, but now you just see, like, with the age, there's just like this, like, soft happiness of, like, maybe sometimes things work out, like, but there's a few things that work out, and as you gaze at level 20 Fenric, you just see the the gray hair, just kind of like added wisdom of the time. Yeah, it's good to see you boys.
You've gotten so old.
And you haven't aged at all.
We weren't gone that long in our eyes.
Well, you're back on this plane, and it's been a minute.
I actually have something for you. And I'll pull out the hilt. I don't know.
Oh shoot. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna reach out to grab it. I'm not sure if anything happens when he just holds it.
There's a familiar weight that comes from it, like muscle memory, and as it lands, you haven't been using a weapon nearly that heavy in a long time, but even through all these years, as it lands in your hand, it just feels right, even though there's no blade atop it. There's an energy you feel. Not only are your friends before you for a time which you might have thought to never see them again, but this relic that you had tossed away as a useless thing now holds an even heavier weight than the metal ever could.
Is there anything metal in sight, like, around me?
Yeah, there's next to there's a barrel filled with arrowhead tips that are currently being attached to shafts and all that.
I would want to see, and it not being in the moment with everyone in front of me, but I definitely at some point want to see its reactive tendencies to other metals. But for now, Vendor could just be kind of looking at the group. Fill me in. I honestly forget why you were sent away, to be honest. Were you able to accomplish what you set out to accomplish?
I think you just hear Goddess chuckle probably in the back when you say that.
Don't laugh at him.
Stop.
That bad, huh?
We still don't even know why we were sent there. So,
Jeez. I mean, that's kind of tough to hear. I mean, like, the world kind of needed you guys, and you're gone. You like so much has changed. It's heavy to hear that you don't even fully understand it.
Well, how about you ask your daughter what we just found out too?
She fills me in from time to time. To be honest, she passed me in intelligence a few years ago. Most of her magic goes over my head, but where are you guys coming from?
Protonheim.
Oh yeah, that's. But before
That's where I
that,
was.
the lowest level of hell. I can't say whether we succeeded in our goal while we were down there, because it feels like it was a waste of time. But we definitely gained some things that will help us in the battle to come.
That's good to hear. We're gonna need everything we got, and honestly, regardless of what happened in your short term and our long term, it's gonna be really good to have you guys here for the fight.
And I bet it's good to have that boy back, huh? And I point to your staff. I kept it safe this whole time. I knew you'd need it again.
Thank you, my friend. Honestly, this raises more questions than answers, but it might have a key in what's to come. Thank you.
So what's the plan here?
The Primus has gone through many ups and downs over the years, as have I. But I was finally able to convince him that staying home, and I kind of look at Tormund, might not be the move against threats of this nature. So we decided to push on the attack towards whatever this thing in our distant path is. Try to eradicate this evil from our plane. We brought pretty much everything we have.
Primus here.
I believe so. If you remember, he comes and goes. He kind of has a lot on his plate. But I will say, I think some of the old fire is back.
Are the Severed here?
Yes, the Severed that were attached to Protonheim after you left are scattered. Might be doing different things, but some are here. I'm sure you'd be able to find those that you know.
Remember that one dude spitting on us?
No,
That was your
remember
boy.
him. I
That was your boy.
Well, I don't know if he was ever officially. He might have been like half in, half out kind of thing.
What are the lucid line, Vederick?
Yeah, so the lucid line, it's similar, kind of fractured into different sects, kind of based off of the ships. I actually was able to be in contact with them for some time. We kind of had a network going of information running through the lands, and they helped me with that. So definitely there are still contacts out there, but the lucid line itself is pretty much dissolved at this point.
Well, you don't happen to know where the Primus is currently?
No, but we could definitely get in contact with him. I think a war council is needed. I'm sorry. I appreciate the questions. I'm willing to answer anything else you guys have. I'm still just stunned. I think I have as many questions as you do, but I understand coming back home has been difficult, obviously seeing Protonheim.
I put my hand on Vederick's shoulder and tell him, no need to apologize. there'll be time to catch up soon.
Thank you, Redulus. I notice you're looking a little different as well.
Yes, a lot of catch up with you.
I do appreciate it, though. The Lucid Line was very advantageous in information throughout the land. They spoke of you very highly. I think many people mourned all of your losses greatly. I'm very interested to see the reaction. I'm sure you guys have seen a crazy reaction with you coming back so far.
Again, hearing him laugh. More to talk about later.
The questions just keep piling up.
Yes.
Well,
In the meantime, do you have somewhere we can rest a little?
absolutely. I would call to the nearest soldier running by and
Yes, sir.
I need lodging for these warriors and champions here. The best you got.
At once, sir.
And make sure the chef brings the food to them. They need their rest.
Understood. We will bring the legions of wine barrels and cheese. And he runs off.
I don't like it.
A few minutes pass.
I would ask, what's his name, Benric? I would ask Benric, do you know if Yora and Crucix are still alive?
You would know, Vinric, that Yora is the war chief of the Severed.
And did she possibly help with the foundation? Or
Yeah,
no?
she was included towards the very end. It took quite a bit to convince her,
What's
but
the foundation?
Yes.
Who said that?
Yora is the head chief. It took some getting through to her. The Severed are so hard-headed sometimes, but yes, she did help us. Some years after you guys left, I got a little stir crazy, and I decided to go outside of Kazakh Moran, and that was the first time that we looked up and saw the sky as it is today. In fact, it's even worse. I had a feeling that something was coming, and with the Primus being in the state of mind that he was, I took it under myself to found a council, I guess you would call it, of trusted informants that could make changes, make things happen throughout the land, gather information. Like I said, the Lucid Line was very advantageous for that. We've been working to get to this point. More people are on board now, but I view it as humanity's last push to rid the land of whatever confronts us right now. I could get in contact with her if you would like.
If she's here, I'd like to see her.
We will make it happen.
If you're waiting for the War Council meeting, there was one scheduled for midday. She will attend that. So,
in the meantime, you boys look like you need some rest. This is my tent. I'm usually here or at the main tent where we will hold the War Council. If you need anything, ask. Everyone here is very helpful. If you have any problems, come to me.
Is this the place? Is there more traveling to do, or is this where the base is set up and everything's launched from here?
yes. Yeah, the
So-
only distance between this and the Citadel is the battlefield.
Okay.
This is as far as they could post up without having immediate conflict. It's maybe like a half a day march away, but the quantity and numbers make it so that they can't move forward without beginning the skirmish.
Yeah, the soldiers like to call this Fob 2. The camp. You don't want to know what happened to Fob 1.
What is FOB?
Father.
Does that stand for something?
Didn't you?
Rena speaks up. I don't want to intervene on your reunion, but I need to be returning back to Kazakhmaran. I told Mother I wouldn't even leave, but I have to go make
course.
sure everything is in order there as well.
Of course, please give her and Edric my love. And thank you for getting my friends back.
She comes up, gives you a kiss on the side of the face, kind of brushes the back of your head, and whispers just so you could hear, "Be safe, please." It was good to meet you all. Good luck. Teleports away.
How long do we have to that meeting, the council?
About an hour, a little over.
Okay. While everyone's resting, I would just probably walk around the camp, just looking around.
Okay. You walk. You see this place, a wasteland, in a way maybe only your group can really know of. In many ways, it does resemble the dredges of hell. There are no luscious forests, rolling green hills, mountains filled with creatures and running brooks. It is a cross between a desert and a burnt, dead plains. It is dreary and colorless. It is mainly gray and purple, and even the sky seems to have a haze over it of darkness, even if it being midday. The most ominous thing is the ever-present red hue emitting from that enormous obelisk at the center of the Citadel, making everything look darker and giving it all way more depth in the shadows. The people here, though, much different. There is a fire, a ferocity. There is readiness and preparedness. There are people taking control, people helping others. And there is this kind of smell and energy of fear, but it's almost as if everyone's putting on the same act, that they won't let it affect them, and they know what is to come. You see soldiers of all kinds, mainly at the forefront from at guard, but then you see other soldiers as well, donned in silver and gold sets of armor, mostly elven, looking to have Marquesian type weapons. Individuals many of you have not noticed before, but they have arrived here, are preparing numerous beasts for cavalry. There are carts and wagons being set up with supply stations. You see familiar individuals from Goran's own regiment. The Eloic men are there, war clerics who have rescued from Vasselheim. They are preparing as many bandages and bombs and salves as they can. They are going to individuals who might have already been hurt in skirmishes that have already happened. And you see eventually severed members setting up perimeter watches out on the outskirts. You know this because you can hear the hoots and the howls that you trained your men to do, Tormund, to alert when enemies are approaching or coming near. There are arcanists, mages crafting enchanting items like at a rapid pace, giving individuals shields and all sorts of things that you felt you would never see a world come together like this. And maybe there's a little bit of regret or jealousy that this all happened after you had gone. But as you continue forward and eventually make your way to the location that this council is going to be held at, a few minutes before the rest of the war council will arrive, you have time to talk over this period if you would like, or you can proceed into the council tent.
All of us, or are you just talking to me?
All of you.
Go ahead, Tormund.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm just excited to see what this council is made of and what they have to say, and if they'll recognize us.
I don't think they will.
I guess I'll take the moment to introduce myself and Marco to Venric.
Who?
Just walk on me like I was
Here
walking
we
me like,
go. Here we go.
hey, big guy. My name's Lepitor Oslo. I've heard a lot of great things about you.
It's been so long, I can't remember if we met before the party left or not.
We have not. I was unfortunately got tied in with the champion business. My buddy, colleague Mark over here, he kind of got brought in as well. So we've just been in the depths of hell for the past little bit. Still kind of knew this whole sort of thing, but yeah. Marco, do you want to say something?
What's up, dude? I'm Marco. Champions have been crazy. I'm just like really thankful to not be in hell anymore. I can't even explain. But yeah, dude, heard things about you, crazy things, man. If you're trying to get in my book, let me know. Crazy stories. I mean, obviously you got crazy stuff too. It's nice to meet you, Marco.
Yes.
I'm glad that you were able to aid my friends in their journey, and to be quite surprised, I'm very unsure how all of you made it out alive, but grateful nonetheless.
What does Marco say back?
Well, to be honest, Asmodeus kind of sent us there and brought us back. I think he said we need to get the gods wanted us out of their way, but apparently whatever's going to happen is going to be pretty big, and so they brought us back specifically for this.
I wonder if
Lepitor,
Go
you're
ahead.
telling me Asmodeus sent you guys?
Well, technically it was the Primus, the little bastard. He kind of forced us through the portal without really telling us what was going on, but they're all kind of in on it, it seems. So if I
Well-
see the guy, he's
You spoke
get
to
it.
Asmodeus.
yeah.
When was this?
The day he
Few
sent
hours
us
ago.
away. And when we
Literally-
came back, yeah.
A few hours ago. We came back today.
Forgive me, I'm shocked to hear this. The gods have been radio silent for a long time. We've had
The radio.
no contact that I'm aware of. So I'm a bit shocked to hear that you've had discourse with the god.
Yeah, a little more than
Specifically
discourse.
Asmodeus.
I mean, Tormund almost killed the poor guy.
Tom was trying to fight him. Poor guy.
I'm sure he did.
He's evil.
Tormund's fucked up.
Oh,
Even through the
true, yeah.
healing, even through the healing, there are dark purple bruises all over him, and he's he's still got a little bob.
I
to
hear
him.
no bell.
Yeah.
He's the one who left. I didn't stop.
Hey, can we get this man some healing potions, please?
Oh!
At once, sir.
Get your hands off me! There's nobody there.
A soldier comes back with 2 graders and 2 normal healing potions. You die. You OD on health
Too
potions.
much. It's way too much. It's like medicine, bro.
It's a narcotic.
Oh, that was the cough medicine.
Oh! I'm gonna go lay down.
I don't even acknowledge anything in that meeting. I'm just.
Just drooling.
Water.
Manually breathing.
My heart beats so loud.
You can add 2 graders and 2 normal healing potions to your inventory.
Okay.
You eventually all find your way out front of the tent. You enter.
Gentlemen, before we go in, there's going to be a mix of now champions new and old, and people from all over the world. Like I said, this is our stand here. I already know that you'll be respectful, but I myself am unaware of what's going to happen with you guys being here. Hearing that piece about Asmodeus, I've always questioned the god's motives, but now I'm very unsure. It seems like usual, the forces at play are greater than all of us, so please, let's work together. Let's figure out a plan so that we're all on the same page. And I'll go in.
I'll go
Tent
after.
flap opens into a large table. There are maybe 20 seats scattered around the room, not all at the table, but there are 2 individuals that you do recognize immediately. Sitting down, hunched over, going over battle reports or inventory lists, you see a very large man with now slightly gray specked hair that was once gold and flowing, full plate armor, and a staff that looks way too big to be a weapon at his side. You see the Primus going over paperwork. And he looks at his attendant, a familiar individual. You see Amir Porco. Same elvish skin, white hair. He looks like he hasn't aged a day. And he's in the middle of going over something with the Primus. And they both look up as Venric opens the flap. Sees him first. Ah, Venric, it's good to have you. We were just going over. And then Tormund enters. And then Redalus, Gaius, Akuji, Lepitor, and Marco. He stops. By the gods, you're all alive. Yes! And he slams his hand on the table. Oh, I told you. I told you this would work. This plan was foolproof. Come here, come here. And he stands up and goes over and gives you a big handshake. Ormond, it's been some time. You've gotten thinner. He pats your stomach. But I can tell, much wiser. The rest of you, please, sit down. The others will be here. The Sorry. It's going to be awkward. The champions will be here soon. Please, have a seat. Tell me, where have you been? What has gone on? Venric, did you know over this?
I just found out myself.
Do you not even remember where we were?
I remember. You were sent off on a mission to the Nine Hells. Some lost secrets or something, but they told us you had perished. They told me.
Do you remember
About
when
a
they
year
told you
after
that?
you were gone. Your fragments with divinity, they had been returned. So I assumed. Thankfully, I'm wrong. Wait, you're not... He, kind of poses up with his staff. You're not zombies, are you?
They're not zombies.
Good. We already have too many. Puts his staff on the ground. It just stays perfectly upright.
Did you
Well,
know
know what?
that the mission to the Nine Hells was pointless?
No. I don't
What's-
even know what you mean by that.
What's the Promise's first name again? I lost all my
Abaddon.
notes. Abaddon. It was bullshit, Abaddon! It's all bullshit!
He jumps over
kinda
the
It says
table.
that to die!
Master, please. I had no idea it would even be that. And I trusted to send you because obviously it turned out. I mean, he's trying to play friendly and stuff, but already from the comment you heard from Venric and the way he's kind of, something's changed in him. I'm sorry. It was my fault. I put you in danger. And it is bullshit. But I'm happy to see you all.
Do you still speak to them?
No. But they are still with us. As long as I have these. He holds his staff.
When was the last time you spoke to them? When did they stop reaching out to you?
After the declaration of the second set of champions. Then, altogether none. I would get envoys from their solars that would tell me of champions being declared. We would seek them out, bring them in, but nobody has talked to them. Vasselheim has been in full lockdown, so to speak. But we have hope. We have a feeling that it's because of a reason. It is because of this obelisk. It is emitting. He goes to grab some papers and starts spreading them on the table. This huge like battle map that he's like putting together like puzzle pieces. There's some sort of anti-divinity field around this. It must be blocking communication. Otherwise, the gods would be here to fight alongside us. We've been testing this. As closer you get to the obelisk, the less you're able to. And Amir stops him, puts a hand on his shoulder. Abaddon. What he says is correct. Whatever this thing is emitting, it is blocking the gods in some way. Not only through their own being, but through their clerics, through their paladins. You try to use any divinity, peer into the place, you get nothing. Teleportation magic is off the table as well. Not due to that, but to the solstice. Unfortunately, though, as I've tried to tell our sweet Primus, this thing was only constructed a few years ago. And the Primus starts to... Yes, but obviously Zenith and them have been doing something in the background. I felt the same thing before Protonheim. And he kind of stops. Before Protonheim. The room gets kind of hot for a second. Like you can feel the heat. And you hear like a hum start to come from his staff. And you see that while he was saying that, his grip had tightened. And it's starting to lighten up the rod quite a bit. I failed. I won't let that happen again. We've been preparing. We've been researching. We've done everything left in your place for some time. We sent Arcanus, Etheretics to the cradle. We've talked with Vasselheimian oracles to see if they saw prophecy. But they can't see past this day. Something happens within the next 72, Amir speaks up. It's more like 62 hours now. Whatever. 62 hours. Something grand is going to happen here. We have to stop them. I have to stop them. The tent flap open. There's like a very long pause as like everybody takes in that awkward kind of silence. And the flap opens up and you hear a voice. All right, let's fucking get down to business. Yeah. And it's very fat. I'm not big. Fat, beer belly, saggy armed, big kind of bulldog cheeked, bearded dwarf walks in. He says, out of the way, laddie. Smacks Marco in the side of the rib and sits down at the table with a big ass maul at his side. Who's all the visitors? Another individual comes in, a copper-skinned dragonborn, who kind of saunters in gracefully, sits down and says, Really, Dalen, if you're going to show up on time, it would be best if you would have some manners. Sits down at another throne. You see marked with a symbol of the Changebringer. The small dwarf, now known as Dalen, sits at a little chair similar to the ones you used to sit at. Inscribed in it is a hammer and an anvil, the symbol of the Allhammer. Another individual comes in, pale white skin. He looks like a zombie. Like Venric died in front of you and reconstructed himself in like a matter of minutes. This dude looks like a zombie. His skin is pale white, black hair that just sticks to his face. He looks like Severus Snape, but like way thinner and nerdier. And he comes in and he says, all right, well, if we're going to get down to business, now would be the time. And he sits at a throne that has a crescent moon in it with a smaller moon at its center, the symbol of the Moonweaver. And then another woman comes in. Huge, bushy, red hair, freckles on her face, green eyes. She wears a beautiful green gown. She sits down, and she speaks up and says she has full like dagger bandoliers and like hatchets at her side, 2 swords on her back, a bow wrapped around. You could see there's more daggers on her ribs. She's armed to the fucking teeth. She sits down and says, Primus, if you're going to make the meeting so fucking early, you might as well provide refreshments. She sits at another throne. The throne of... Oh, sorry. She sits at the throne of the Changebringer. 2 hands kind of encapsulating this kind of road, while the Copper Dragonborn sits at a familiar symbol of the Platinum Dragon. Finally, an enormous person comes in. Obviously Goliath. Not as bulky as Redulus and Tormund, but long and lengthy. His face is kind of long and sallow. Much older than everyone else who these champions are. He comes in with an enormous great axe at his back, sits down at this throne that is very simple. All that's carved into it is a tree. And he says, he looks at you all. Nice to have new faces. You can have a seat. I assume you're friends of Vinric. I'm not the leader, but the oldest fucker here, so... I'm Puberub. This is Dalen Forgewake. Aye! Demacia, the Copper Rain. Greetings. Egregor Veilhard. And the ever-lovely Masilla Dreadthorn. Yeah, quit flirting, bub. You all sit there and look at this group, this ensemble, and Puberubs, before he sits down, we are the champions. You mind introducing us to your friends, Vinric?
Champions. Meet the champions.
Lepitor's gonna.
There's like. Go ahead.
I was like, Lepitor's gonna chuckle a little bit and under his breath be like, "Geez, the gods were like grasping at straws, weren't they?" If anybody hears that.
The only person who hears it that you immediately, Masilla kind of stands up and says, "Why don't you shut your fucking mouth, you old fart?" They.
You don't talk to him. I'd launch over the table.
She immediately like, let's fucking go, ugly. Let's go. Dalen hits his mouth, his maul, and the squabble.
Steam starts to fill the tent. Can't see shit.
You show disrespect here.
Ladies, please.
The Primus stands up. Please, all of you. I know it's been some time, but he speaks truth. These are the original champions. Well, who remains? This is Advisor Akuji Aita. This is Gaidis, leader of the Astral Syndicate, former Admiral of the Lucid Line, Redulus. Tormund, the Liberator. The room, you wait for like a sense of like, or recognition. These individuals are fairly old. Besides Egregor and Masilla, they're pretty young. Puberub is definitely pushing his like 70s. He's an old guy. but there is no sense of recognition. Even Amir kind of shakes his head a little bit. Hubrbs kind of looks over to the Primus. Your words make sense, Primus, but it doesn't make any sense. They were dead a long time ago. These couldn't possibly be. He stops him. They are. And they are here to help us. How do you not remember?
Whenever he says that, I'll just say, I think she called it a modified memory. I'll point over to Vendrick and say, that's what your very intelligent daughter apparently discovered.
You hear like a come from Amir. And he rolls his eyes.
Disintegrate.
Does Marco blush a little bit?
Is Marco full torqued? That felt wrong. I'm sorry.
The dwarf speaks up. Nobody's modified my memory. I think I'd know that if somebody came and started messing with my mind. You speak falsities. It doesn't matter if you're an Elpis or not. You don't have to lie about who you are. Oh.
Yeah, who do we think is strong enough to alter the memories of an entire population?
It's a good question.
Nobody?
All right. I'll
Nobody's got
fucking
a
say it.
guess?
The fucking gods.
There you go.
There you go. Nobody
There you
wants to
go.
say what's on their fucking mind. Yeah.
We were forgotten. We don't know why. Sent away to hell by Asmodeus, retrieved by Asmodeus just in time for this war. And that happened hours ago. We just got back.
The Dragonborn speaks up. I, in Demacia, you say that Asmodeus brought you back and you witnessed him in the flesh, so to speak.
Yeah, Tormund almost kicked his ass.
All the heads turn to Tormund, and then a loud, you're pulling my chin!
Fuck it! I slam
Look
my.
at him! He's
I'm gonna slam my glaive.
bruised like a damn peach!
I slam my glaive down. I'm like, how about we fight? And the remaining champions get to fight for humanity.
I'm down, young boy. Let's go if you want to get bit over my knee and speak. We'll do it right now.
Is he one of the young ones?
No, he's old as fuck. He's old and fat.
You old fat fuck, let's do this!
All right. He stands up, and the Demacia and Egregore both like, Dalen, sit, put down. Ugh, get off me! Demacia then. I'm only asking because not only has nobody heard from any of the gods, but none. And she kind of stops herself. None. That's it. I'm fucking
I'm holding him back.
None of half of the Pantheon have been signaled as champions since your time, including Asmodeus. They went quiet before the Dawnfather, Allhammer, Moonweaver, Wildmother, Lawbringer, Lawbearer, Changebringer, Lord of Storms, all silent.
Asmodeus told us that the reason they sent us to hell was basically to get rid of us, so that we couldn't help in the things to come. And that the other gods agreed with him. So I don't think
He was trying to say
gods
is,
are on our side.
yeah, we as champions were so good that the gods literally had to get rid of us.
Where did he get food?
I'm sorry, but who the fuck are you?
It's just laying right here.
And why are you eating my fucking cheese?
The kind little knight brought it to us. What do you mean?
I would do it again gladly, sir.
I give him a fist bump.
Yeah, that's Derek.
Yeah, train the next Primus, Derek.
His helmet slumped under. You require more Asiago.
Primus, does any of this make any sense to you? I know hearing this is shocking, and whether or not you like to believe it, the gods have been distant for some time. You're closer to them than any of us. What even could be a motive behind getting rid of the original champions?
Everybody locks eyes on this man, and where all that time ago he would have had gladly taken on the eyes of hundreds of thousands and smiled bright. Just a couple dozen, even a dozen people looking at him, you see him kind of shrink. I don't know. There were discussions. They said that the key to victory lied within the Nine Hells. Which is why they sent you all. I offered to go. And they said it had to be you. It had to.
Can I do an insight check on that?
Yeah.
Also, Asmodeus told us that whenever we were at our last battle at the fort before we left, that whenever we found that cavern is when everything changed. He almost made it sound like that when we found it, they had no control over us anymore. And I think they were scared.
That's a 1?
Yeah, it was a 1.
He's telling the full truth.
You never got this man for a minute.
Bucket.
Just to clarify so things don't get mixed up. The phrase he said was when you found that damned stone. Not specifically when you went to that cavern.
And we found the stone before we went to the fort, correct?
Yeah.
That was the beginning. That was day 1, right?
Yeah, that was the... Okay. Let me replace that.
Was that after Kashita guy?
Yes.
Right
That
after.
was
Literally
Kushtik
right after.
guy.
Don't say his name around me.
It's okay. We finished the job. He's gone.
You finished the job?
Killed
He's
the-
dead as
killed the
fuck.
one myself. Strangled the life out of him.
Well,
Well, we just sent him back home.
As they say that, Lepitor, you begin to hear, or not hear, feel an intense burning sensation on the side of your leg. You look down. Attached to your belt, hanging loosely, is a dark black horn.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Singeing to the side of
shit.
your
I
leg.
forgot all about this. Oh, shit.
I'm gonna just like take it off. He's gonna sit on the floor next to me so it's not.
I'm trying to
Burning my
remember.
leg,
What
yeah.
is that again? That's the fucking
Oh,
deal he
that's
made?
the bell. That's
Summons
the
the
bell.
demon army.
Here, buddy, you drop this! Here you go! And he hands you back the horn. Don't want to leave your trash on the ground. You'll get yelled at by Masilla here.
I forget, do any of us, who knows what that is? Does everybody know? Have you kept that a secret?
I don't think so.
I don't
I
remember.
don't think. I
Well, 'cause I think-
because you two
Yeah.
were there. Guidus and
Right.
Levitor were there, so they know. But I think you guys told them like we're getting an army, but we have to do this or else.
Yeah, my assumption was that the gods would easily be able to prevent a horde of
Right.
devils or demons. I keep getting confused.
Doesn't
Whatever it
matter.
was to.
Everybody's here.
when
Everybody's
there's-
at the party.
What
When
was-
there's thousands upon thousands, it don't matter. Names don't matter.
That is
What was the
D&D, baby.
deal again? It was to bring them to
I base.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he would send his army to start fighting with Koshtiktikai.
Oh, yeah.
In return, I would open a portal that would allow them to come to our plane.
And if you
They
don't
wanna
do
be
that,
in a
your
war.
soul is going to be fucking taken from you, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Something like that.
Tortured for all eternity.
Yeah, okay. So now we have
I'm talking
two
like cutting you
battlefronts.
down into ribbons and boiling the ribbons and then burning on them, salting them, reforming you, cutting out your eyeballs, making you eat them, that kind of shit for all. your
Lepitor, we
things.
could probably. Okay, I'm not gonna say the same character. I'm gonna say this out of character. Jordan, we could probably use that to our advantage. Make them fight the fuckers that we're gonna be fighting. Just open the portal on the battlefield.
I don't know if
In
that's a
their home
guarantee
base.
that they.
Well,
I mean, we could try.
just
If there's a
gotta
way
make
to
sure-
sneak in
We
and.
just gotta make sure we're deep enough into the enemy lines that they have to fight them.
You know what? Why don't we get into the Citadel, open the portal in there, and just get out? Let thousands upon thousands flood the place.
Easy dub.
I'm done to try it. I mean,
How many did he?
maybe that's
say
the whole
would come
reason we
through?
went down there.
Did he say a number? How many would come through?
I don't remember if he said a
Oh
number.
no, we don't.
I would
remember
assume
a
it's
number.
like
I think
That's a lot.
all of them.
Ah,
I think the plan was they wanted to come up and like conquer.
Well, as it wasn't, I mean, they're all about war, right? I mean, that's what they exist to do.
Colin, tell us
So-
what you're not telling us.
Yeah.
like demons. Or
all
no,
the information you're speaking on, you know, your characters know that you're not making shit up. I think there is a real moment where you guys go, "Oh shit, he didn't say a number."
There wasn't a limit. I don't think they're gonna count.
you say we need to set a limit. You guys never set a limit. This is in
Oh, shit.
character.
I think I remember him saying something about a blood war that would last for eternity.
Yeah.
These hell contracts, man.
But
Oh.
let's be like, we were down there. It wasn't that like difficult, you know.
Do we have
Like we
any
handled
idea
everything pretty well.
Their sort of numbers that they had, because we know they at least had 25,000 to fight for us.
Yeah, and he was pretty good. Like, he was like, "Yeah, I got 20,000. I'll just send." Like, he was just like, "Take them." And that was just at that barracks. That was, and you guys are in the bronze citadel, brass citadel. Who cares? That place was fucking huge.
Like, give us
It
an
was
estimate.
like 10, like millions upon endless
What?
millions.
Fuck.
Give me a city. Give me a city. What does it look like?
Like
Like
Los
Houston?
Angeles.
Oh,
like if
damn.
Los Angeles got stacked on top of itself 3 times and then
Oh,
spread
God.
out 3 times.
Oh god.
Imagine the
Levitor, what the
traffic
fuck?
The traffic alone.
Why would you,
alone.
why would you make that deal?
We had
the
to
whole time.
kill Koshtiktik. I don't
Okay,
know
now
what you.
tell me this, Colin. What is the enemy forces looking like here?
Perception check.
How
This will
many-
be like a retroactive one.
Have they told us how many troops we have? Like, how many like this army is amassed yet?
Um,
No.
no.
18. First roll
You
to
can't
me.
see shit.
You're too short. You can't see over the tree line.
Who's
You're in a
next?
tent. You're in a tent, dumbass. What are you looking for?
Yeah, you can't see with your tent, idiot. That was so stupid. You did that so bad. Upon arrival, and there's kind of like a deep valley, and then it crests up back to a raised platform where the citadel is at because it's a crater. Hundreds of thousands in the air and on the ground, towering giants, wriggling masses of creatures, demons, elementals,
Not millions?
not millions.
Okay. So, like, rough estimate, our side and their side, how many is that combined? You think?
Oh, like total people that are gonna be in the fight?
Uh-huh.
728,940.
Lewis,
we don't-
or not Lewis.
Richard,
Isn't there a song like that?
come on now.
Evan, did I give you a number?
So I didn't even want to read this. This is sad.
24.
This is the sentence that I wrote. Threat of
40,000.
army of thousands. No man's land across land bridge. So thousands?
That could be good. Thousands
So-
could be
It
good.
could be tens of thousands, hundreds
Nope.
of thousands.
I would have wrote tens of thousands.
Oh shit.
That was. I know why you wrote that. That was your original group. That was you were able to take out of Protonheim.
Okay.
That
okay.
was the like first group.
There we go.
Total.
Okay.
Your total count is you have about 98,000 soldiers from like congregated from Vasselheim and Protonheim. You have about another 2,400 elven warriors from the Marquesian elven kingdoms. You have basically all of the severed. So they all wanted to come.
300.
300.
Times have been tough.
You have about 22,000 of the severed. You have don't laugh. You have 120 of the Eloic Mend, which
Thank
are the
God.
clerics that were under Goran's command.
Good shit, Goran.
Alright.
You have a dozen of the Hallowed Harriers from Vasselheim.
Worthless.
Bastards. Bastards. Don't trust them.
Putting
And
this in a
you
calculator.
have you have the remnants of the pirate kingdom that Redulus once led. About 130,000 just like grunts with like knives and shit. Like not trained warriors.
Fodder.
They're sailors.
Hey, you put
Half
you put
of them
a
aren't even wearing
swill.
armor. and on that 18 perception check, let's
Marco's
just
hard.
say that was a prior one. You are all like discussing your numbers. You hear
Yeah,
a
push.
loud roar coming from the sky, like the sound of a tornado barreling down, and then an enormous boom, boom, crash. And the champions don't seem alarmed, and the Primus doesn't seem alarmed. And you hear a roar. And that roar seems very,
Shut up.
very familiar.
You're so full of it. I reach out.
Come on, buddy.
What do you say?
Darapresh, is that you?
No response.
Somebody else.
Come on, Redolus.
Yeah, I'll reach out.
Fuck, I wish it was Darapresh.
Bargra.
Who is this?
I'm back, baby.
I'm back, baby.
Who needs magic? Who needs
They just ripped the tent.
Yeah,
Daddy,
you
so-
Fuck it, they ripped the tent off.
I'm gonna go dap up my dragon.
You see an enormous, fully grown adult blue dragon, 120-foot wingspan, like she's at least 100 feet long, scales like plate armor pads on her. And her nose immediately comes at you, and she's and she nuzzles you a little bit. Master
Give her the scritches right underneath the chin.
and Baragra. We should also have one more joining us soon.
Please, God.
Is there any large bodies of water around? I need to go check some lakes real quick.
Maybe
The
a
first-
river or something.
The first thing should be joining us soon. Takes a while to travel.
Oh no. It's Danny. He's a slow flyer. We always knew that.
Bumblebee looking motherfucker.
The tent ripped off, and then the Primus kind of. I told you not to mess with the tent. Baragra does like the fucking dog thing, or like the side eye. This enormous fucking dragon that could eat him in one bite. He's like, bad dragon, bad dragon. But Redolus is like, she like grabs you in your paw.
I'm wrestling with her.
She's like gnawing on you, like gumming, and her fucking teeth are like actually cutting into you. You
Oh
take
shit! God damn it!
32
Oh, God.
points of piercing damage.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. Oh.
She's fucking eating me. She got taste of blood now.
I am furious at you. I should eat you alive. You abandoned me.
I'm sorry, Bargra. I had no choice. I wish I didn't leave you. But I'm back. And I apologize.
You hear like a growl, and then a loud. Oh, we should get drinks now. The tent's coming off, and if we're gonna die fucking in a few days, might as well do it while a dragon wrestles with some big fucking pirate bastard on the side of the. Like they're all just like talking about each other. The tent's fucking scattered, and the Primus goes, Derek, get the tent put back up. Yes, sir, right away, sir. And he runs over and starts single-handedly trying to put the tent back up.
Good lad. Good lad.
Good lad. He's gonna be a king someday.
Smacks his ass. Smacks his ass.
He's gonna be the next.
Eric,
Primus.
more cheese. More cheese when you get it.
Right away, sir. After I get this, he goes over this enormous fucking tent. After I get this tent,
He's just lost.
fucking shredded apart.
Yeah. He's sewing that shit.
The whole time, Marco's just holding Demacia hostage, and he's just explaining to her how he single-handedly took down Kashyyyk with one hit of the sword. So everybody else was down in the cave. They're like, Marco, get back here. And I'm like, I gotta do this. Boom! Like a light. Boom! Single-handedly.
I was going to bring it up, but those
Oh, no.
artifacts you all have, they are extremely powerful. I
Oh,
can
we
see
know.
the divinity from here.
What do you fucking know?
I don't know what you're talking about. I put my hood up.
I activate my chest
she
piece.
She goes over to. She stands up as everybody's kind of, riffing and rapping. And she goes over to Akuji. And she. Advisor, right? Akuji.
I think you're muted.
No. His mic just crazy.
I can't hear anything.
What do you mean, bro?
Oh, now we can
oh,
hear
there
you.
I was one of the first hands, closest members. I started one of his first initiates into the Eloic men. His last few orders that were given to us. He trusted you, if you are who you say you are. But he had high regard for Akuji. It's an honor to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Do you recognize any of these artifacts?
I've never seen anything like that. There are a few powerful relics that Vasselheim has hoarded and given to their harriers. But nothing like this. These are not mortal creations. These are purely divine constructs. May I see that? And she kind of ushers to the little card pouch you have on your little Yu-Gi-Oh fucking deck pouch you got on your side.
It's got the arm thing.
Yeah, like pull it out, like like reluctantly kind of take it off.
Pot of greed.
Like, do I want you to play with this?
Pot of greed.
Is that a white
Yeah,
lotus?
I'll kind of hand it over willingly, like it's not a big deal.
Is this your card?
You expect her to like inspect it or something, but she just kind of holds it like it's made of glass in her hand and does a deep inhale and then sneezes all over fucking boogers all over it.
You fucking bed.
I push her.
No,
It's your reactions.
she takes a deep inhale. Thank you. It's been some time since we felt divinity. It was nice to feel it again. She hands it back.
You want to feel some real divinity? And I walk up with my chest plate. Touch it.
Hands are off.
Permission granted. Touch it.
I'm
Touch it.
I'll fucking do it. Get over here, you
No, not him.
fucking
Not
wad.
him. Anybody
Ah,
but him.
come on. Come on. I'll wrestle you for
I
it.
kick him in the
I'll
chest.
wrestle you for the thing. Come on.
Kick him in the chest.
That chest piece looks mighty good. I'll wrestle you for it.
Does he look strong?
Start punching your thighs.
Punching your thighs.
Get the
Come
fuck
on!
off me!
You fucking coward.
I powerbomb his ass.
He just
Bowser.
takes it. Boom. Ah, nice. But my spine's back in place. No, I'm just kidding. As all this energy goes, these conversations are being held. The Primus not slams, but gently like stands up and clears his throat. Champions of past and present. The time for camaraderie is passing by swiftly. our final preparations need to be made. Amir, would you please go over the plan? Amir clears his throat. Well, as you all know, the Citadel is guarded by legions of demonic creatures as well as elemental beings. There are rumors that there are even titans approaching from the north. Luckily, because we were able to arrive so swiftly, we have the choice of when this confrontation starts. We can elect to start early and do a full frontal assault. The Firmit Guard taking the lead, having a cavalry ascend from the east and take the hillside, while our aerial forces and the Harriers attack from the sky. We have artillery being set, siege engines being created, but the Citadel still lies at the center of this. The anti-divinity field is being projected by what we believe to be ley line tethers, enormous crystalline constructs on the west and east side, guarded by walls and guard towers, with even more creatures lying within. If we want to take out this field, we will have to disable these. Now, before we had our new guests, the original plan was to have our champions enter and disable these. Then they would lead an assault to the top of the tower, guiding a path for the Primus to come in for a final strike. Because as we all know, the Primus speaks up, I'm basically useless. Amir says, well, Abaddon, I wasn't going to put it like that, but the Primus is out of commission while within this field. But if we can bring it down, he might be able to bring the entire Citadel down in one strike. Who knows, maybe even the gods will arrive and step on all the other demons for us. The second part. Not only will it be a struggle to get there, we estimate at least we are outnumbered at least 3-1. And there's one small, not so small problem. Yeah, it's the fucking dragon flying around. Yes, as Dalen puts it. Apparently, Wrath has taken on some sort of beast, which he patrols the Citadel with. He's been assaulting our frontmen for some time now and lies at somewhat of a vanguard. Ascending the obelisk, we don't even know if there's an internal structure. We estimate that the champions would have to fly to the top. But he will do everything in his power to stop that. Wrath must be dealt with as well. The third part, the final part. Well, not the third and final, but the third part. Nobody has seen Zenith in several decades. Not since the Great Flood, where we lost quite a few souls. Rub clears his throat. There's a sadness on his face. We assume he is at the top, conducting whatever this energy field is, and is waiting for the solstice to reach its completion. I don't have to say it, but he has to be killed. If he's the one orchestrating this, he must be stopped. Preferably before the Titans arrive, and even more preferably before whatever ritual he is beginning finishes. We don't know if it's another meteor, we don't even know what he plans to do. But from our research here and the research we've been doing at the Cradle, it has something to do with the ley line nexus that lies here. There's a great influx of energy that we've never been able to record, and it's being funneled into this spot. So, third part, defeat Zenith, eradicate him from existence. And fourth, and the hardest, stop whatever that ritual is. Maybe killing Zenith will do it. But we have a feeling that he wouldn't have erected this citadel if that was the only part. There has to be some sort of mechanism controlling the flow of energy, and it has to be destroyed. The Primus clears his throat. I know what that feels like. It feels impossible. It feels like we have an army, undefeatable, a citadel, impenetrable, and a monster, unkillable. But I had faith when we marched across the land bridge. I had faith when we hid ourselves inside the walls. I had faith as the sky grew darker, and I had faith when the first champion, the first hand was announced. And I haven't lost that. I won't lose that. All of us here, all of us, have a part, have a purpose in this. Whether the gods deemed it or we did. So, reach out to your resources. Gather your soldiers, your men. Alert them of the plan. We have a day's time to prepare, and then we can decide if we want to strike early or not. Tormund, if you wouldn't mind sticking around. The rest of you, dismissed.
Get the fuck out of here, little guy.
Real quick, what color is the dragon that he rides?
It's a multi-winged creature. The only reason they say it's draconic is because it breathed fire. But it could be a hydra of some kind, or chimera. For the proportions on it do not make sense. It has multiple heads, multitudes of legs and tails. We do not know.
I don't like this.
Some demonic creature.
What'd you do to our
perhaps.
fucking dragons?
Did have any of the other ones been seen? Or is point over to the one next to us the only one that's been seen since?
Baragra's the only one we were able to find. She swam and flew all the way back to us. It took her some time, but she stowed away on the ship passing by. She's been very helpful.
Hearing that, I just kind of like scratch even more. Get real deep in those scales.
She kind of blows some like air through her nose, and like a little bit of sparks get caught on your skin.
Another
38
16 fire damage.
118 thunder lightning damage.
The fuck!
The copper dragonborn comes by, and she places a hand on your shoulder, Redulus. She'll cast a level 5 Cure Wounds.
Jesus.
33 points of healing.
Thank God.
I'm sorry if I don't recognize you, but if Baragra trusts you, then I do. And Moonweaver, bless you. May she watch over our moons, even now. She looks up, and you guys all see in the sky, even in the middle of the day, the bright full moon of Katha. And slowly coming into the center, it's like at the edge of the moon, the small red moon of Ruidus beginning to make its eclipse.
Bitch ass Ruidus. Nothing ever good happens when that bitch is around.
I'm gonna start levitating.
What's he?
Pubrup stands up. Well, like I said, it's hard to believe, but
Champions, it's good to have you back. We've done our best, but the sequels are always worse than the original.
And the ginger woman shouts, "The fuck are you talking about? We've done so much fucking work. Pub, you fucking idiot." Smacks him on the back. "Quit fucking saying we're bad. We're good little loser." They start walking away.
Yora wasn't here, right?
No. That fucking greasy-haired, pale-faced guy stands up. "It was a pleasure meeting all of you.
Ugh.
I'm sure we'll make plans in the future. Good day." And he walks away.
He makes
It's
me feel
fucking
gross.
weird,
Anyone else feel gross?
Yeah, say it, don't
Yeah.
spray it. You know what I mean?
That's strange.
He is quite strange. Koji, you do resemble him lightly. But there have been clones of him in the past, we found. Perhaps it's you.
How many of those clones you found?
Quite a few.
Like 7.
This
Let
is it,
me
buddy.
say-
Last life.
It was a brilliant idea.
Oh,
And
God.
we might have
no.
taken a little initiative. Come meet me if you want to have a discussion. I'd love to go over old notes. Magic's changed quite a bit since you.
Oh, God.
I might be able to teach you a few things.
And I'll just say, yeah, I was planning on catching up with you.
He kind of. There's something.
Isaac, level 3, dispel magic. You immediately tell the way he moves his hands.
There's something here. Oh, those tricky little gods of theirs. My tent's just over the hill.
And he walks away. You hear it in the background. "I found more rope for the tent, sir, but the entire pole set is broken. We'll have to. It's been shattered to pieces." "Derek,
God damn it!
I don't care. Just get another tent.
That's gonna be
Add
the future
one,
king.
sir."
That man right there will be the future
I can't
king.
wait for 3 years from now when we hear the name Derek dropped in like a game and he's
Derek
some
the
freak.
Great.
Yeah, he's
Derek
like
the
some
Great.
incredible hero.
He's the one who
He's
stopped the
going,
calamity.
he's going to be the first one to die.
I wouldn't count on it.
I see that man's bright future from here.
I got a strange feeling.
A weird gut feeling.
I give him my
A group
plate.
of soldiers of Infirmate Guard armor come up. 2 of them very well decorated. Another one kind of in basic armor. And they go,
General!
and they kind of do their motto for him. To you, Venric.
What can I do for you?
Just letting you know that the cavalry's getting ready. They're ready to take the western hill at any time. You can declare it. As well as the front 4 ranks are ready to move at your discretion.
You see that the 2 who are kind of giving you this instructions, they're telling you all about supplies and the men coming up.
Also, we've tried to wrestle as many of the miscreants. They'll be forming a back line so we don't get flanked. All of our trained soldiers getting their weapons sharpened. After the feast tonight, they'll be ready to move out at a moment's notice.
And another voice comes up.
Any orders you would like from me?
And you recognize that to be like not wearing any official. He's wearing like a private's uniform, full armor and a helmet. The voice of your son, Kalen.
To the first 2, I'm gonna say, about the miscreants. I believe I might have a solution. Redulus, would you be able to do me a solid?
Of course.
I know these are not exactly your men, but maybe you can speak their language. We're no, not even currently. We've been having trouble with the scattered pirates. They're going to be good in the fight, but as of now, they're causing trouble. Any assistance in this matter would be greatly appreciated.
You can count on me.
Men, this is Redulus, and anything he says, carried out with no hesitation. He will be of great assistance.
As you wish, General. They bow.
Lead me to the flock of shit.
Right this way.
You see, as you exit the tent and leave this like little enclosure, there's like an obvious like structure. There's like a structure for the severed, even though it's more chaotic. And then there's like if they had fireworks and guns, it'd be like just fucking chaos. People like rolling around in barrels, half naked dudes, like, you know what I fucking stand there? We gotta fucking take this fucking shit. Like they're just drunk.
Jesus
I'm just gonna nudge Lepator. Yeah, we actually cut off their supply of rum the day we got here, but somehow they know how to make it. Who knows what they're drinking, but it ain't
Somebody
good.
come tap this fucking keg, dude.
Maybe we should go hang out with them tonight.
And then to Edric, I'm just gonna say, actually, there is Edric. I didn't think about it before, but if you could get in touch with your sister, there's a matter that I need to speak with her urgently. In person would be best.
At once. I'll do my best.
I'll say too, when those dudes come up and they say "General" to you, Tormund kind of like turns
Yeah.
out of like habit.
I'm gonna hold my hand out and be like, brother, you don't even know what a fob is. General.
I don't think that's an insult. No idea what that means.
Ignorance is bliss.
You said radio before. None of us know what that is.
Is that
Exactly.
new? Is that new?
They're just making up words.
Can you make me a perception check, Tormund? Actually, insight. Do an insight.
Okay.
What is that, -2?
+1. 13.
Nice.
As you stand there, as you come up and say this to Vinric, and he kind of like talks to you, and you have a little moment of like back and forth. You kind of lock eyes with this person who is Vinric's son, Galen, and he kind of there's like a little bit of fear as he sees you.
Is he the one who drew the picture?
I'll try to get in touch with her right away. And he runs off.
What was that all about? You
I'm
need to
sorry.
be disciplining your sons.
You don't hit him
Excuse-
enough.
Yeah, that's why you're so great, Tormund.
So I don't have kids.
You got...
Can't be tied down.
Wait, hold on. You got 22,000 kids. What are you talking about?
Not biological. Don't have to pay anything.
Not all of them biological.
Probably a lot of them. It's basically
Yeah.
Genghis
We're at a
Khan.
time where you can't prove that sort of thing.
They all look exactly like
The seven are actually my kids.
There's like 30 of them in a group, and they all just have different colored hair. They look exactly like Tormund.
That's crazy lore.
They're all fucking just big ass humans with black hair.
My name's Hormond.
My
Bormund.
name's Borman. Borman.
Roarman.
Cornmund.
Borman.
They all use glaives. They're all.
As all of this begins to separate, and the conversation dies down, we'll use this time to take just a quick 5-minute break.
Okay.
Alright then. See you guys.
No thanks.
Roll for initiative.
Why'd he leave?
Boop, 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 boop.
What if I just didn't come back? I left. Richard just sees me leave.
Where'd he go, Richard?
It's in his car.
He left. He peeled out.
He looks pissed. Something about we're playing like shit. I don't know. He said, "I'll show them what a good game is like." I don't know. Oh, he also went live on his Twitch. He's like with a different group.
Fuck.
Oh man, we like
All
that
right,
fun
boys.
in this chat.
I got 252,532 is our numbers, and 1 dragon.
That's not enough.
No.
It'll have to be.
But
And a
But-
million devils
we have million devils. So,
who may not be on our
No,
side.
I'm saying.
but
I'm saying
but
that's the problem.
Imagine getting to the top, like the boss fight room, and Jordan just shakes the horn and throws it in there, closes the door.
Run!
He shakes it. That's how you activate it.
It's like a flashbang, you know.
it's
you
a
gotta-
shake weight.
Doo-doo, doo-doo.
There you go. There you go.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
You
sure.
just see-
I'm sure Koji could probably dispel magic that, and it's good.
Yeah.
It's a blood hell contract.
You guys
Doesn't
don't
matter.
understand
I
magic.
mean, when you think about it, aren't
The one who- I
contracts
don't
just
use magic.
curses?
You don't understand shit, man. I almost
I
killed
watched
that little dwarf.
The D&D movie again last night,
Oh, yeah?
and they kept saying, they're like, why does everyone think you could just solve everything with magic? Like there's rules, man.
It's rules.
Like when they talk to that dead person. They keep fucking it up. They're like, God damn it, now we gotta undig a whole nother grave.
Yeah, that was a funny scene.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good movie. It was a good representation of D&D.
I had something to say and I forgot.
What are you thinking?
What do you?
What do
Everything's-
you-
Everything's
When
connecting.
And I've never been on television before. Have you guys seen that? No. It's a little kid. Cole!
No.
Colt's
What up,
back.
Cole?
Colt's back.
What's up, Bolt?
Alright.
Man.
Big Bolt. Big Nevin. Big N.
Dang, I should have left when Colt left. Now I gotta leave when he's here. Oh,
Fuck, I'm gonna miss you.
bad luck, bro.
Cole, would you
Oh.
miss me if I left?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro, sure, whatever, dog. Does that
Oh,
sting,
hey,
Richard? Does that sting?
Nah.
Isaac, I got good news.
What's up?
We had a bit of lore in our game last night in D&D.
You get
and
what?
You showed up. Lore?
Oh.
And who
You're,
showed up?
So a little while ago, we were in a city and we had this big boss fight on top of
Redless
this.
showed up?
Shut
Shut
up!
up.
Shut up, dude!
Stupid about saying that. Shut up. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up, Richard! We had this big boss fight on this like tower out in this bay, and once we finally got to the top and it was the final boss fight, there was this huge like dragon that showed up, blue dragon.
Blue dragon.
I mean, head like as big, like hundreds of feet wide, just the head. I mean, the wings were, as big as the sky. And we just found out last night that apparently that is one of the children of your current dragon.
I transcend campaigns. I am him. I have been him. And my lineage will continue
Yeah.
to be them.
Yeah, your dragon. We got a little bit on your dragon, and your name was said too.
Very nice.
It was
Oh.
like, shit.
Never heard of it.
Wanna see
Never
some
heard of it.
spoilers, Colt?
Yeah, I can't read, so it's fine.
It's pictures.
Joke's on you.
That's pictures.
I'm really dumb. I don't understand what pictures do or say.
I can't read hieroglyphs.
Hi.
They
Richard,
just don't make any sense.
What's up, big dog?
at this moment, What's Tormund's reading level?
Reading or writing?
Reading.
Different.
Reading first. Okay.
Okay, they are very
I said,
different.
I said reading. What part of the question did you not understand? Reading.
Never, you better take those off. I'm gonna act
I'm
up.
better. Go ahead.
What are you
Rich,
gonna do
go
with me
ahead.
if I don't take them off, Cole? What would you do to me?
You don't want to know, bro.
Type shit.
Richard, rub them hands. Rub them hands like a fresh fly. Yeah.
Rolling Play-Doh snakes.
Yeah.
Colin's still
Yeah,
not
roll them
magical.
snakes.
We said 5 minutes, fucker. What?
He's probably gotta go to
Did
work. He
somebody
better
ask
hurry
me
up.
something? Did somebody ask me?
Yes.
Something? What'd you ask?
What's Tormund's reading level?
Oh, it's probably like your cat, Jordan. Your cat.
First grade.
It's fucking with the other computer.
Jordan, the
Cat
cat.
behind you. It's fucking with. It's chewing on cords.
It's fine.
I'll buy new ones.
She's shaking. What is she doing?
Probably like a 5th or 6th grade level. Call Isaac.
Come on, that's pretty generous, right?
That's pretty good, I'd say.
That's what I'm saying. That's
He
probably too good.
practices every night. You know what I mean?
Okay, what about writing?
Bam, bam, bam.
How good's Tormund's writing?
About the same. Actually, I'm gonna say 12th grade level because he can write for sure. Whether it makes sense or not is different. And that's
It'd be
where the
so
reading
funny.
comes.
It'd be so funny to see you like, all right, I'm gonna write a letter. You roll on that one. That's gonna be great to see.
It's not gonna happen. So. Those are crazy glasses. Turn them upside down.
Upside down.
Yeah. What else?
That might
What's
be.
the
That might be too
Squirtle?
crazy, bro.
Are
Is that
you
a Coke
kinda-
Zero?
Are you about to shotgun a Coke
delicious-
Zero?
Oh, let me have another.
Shotgun it.
Zero.
Shotgun it.
Let me
Shotgun
have
it.
You've already had one.
I want
Shotgun.
another.
You can have another one, but it's hot. I put them outside. I like them hot. They go down easier.
So they're meant to be drank.
That's a real thing with beer. It's a real thing. Warm beer is easier to drink than cold beer. Look at Nevin nodding his head. He would know.
You know, he
I'm
loves
not
beer.
saying warm, but like not cold beer. Like
No,
in
you said
between
warm.
Cold and warm.
You said warm.
Warm like hot.
Yeah, and spaghetti's better to eat when it's fresh out of the fridge. That
I'm
doesn't
gonna
mean I'm
fucking-
gonna do it. That's fucking disgusting.
When it's in a bag and it's
Let's
portable.
fucking go then.
Wait, we
We
can't
might
see
as well
it.
just
Hey.
get off.
Cole,
The-
Jordan,
Yeah.
I went to Dodge last weekend, and there was a moment where Richard made Isaac and I laugh so hard that I started coughing, almost threw up, and he started gagging and almost threw up.
No, yeah, it was really bad.
Richard did?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
What kind of
I
sick
don't believe
humor?
it.
I'm saying it because he's away from the camera. We can't big him up too much.
Smart of you.
Yeah.
But we all agreed
I'll watch
afterwards.
this back.
We should
that
have
was-
thrown up. It would have been so much funner. if
The
we
funniest shit ever. The okay. 3, 2, 1.
And yeah.
Back to yeah.
Who
Get
won?
this shit over with.
Total moron. I mean,
More absolute dipshit. Crazy.
horrible.
It's
at
crazy.
D&D,
It's actually crazy.
horrible at
It's-
League.
So what are you guys doing?
Vibe's dead, dude. Whatever. I'll see you next week.
Dude, I actually
Yo,
got
welcome
like,
back.
Do you want to go fight something or what?
No,
I
we
want to
gotta
ride my
prepare.
dragon. I want to ride the dragon.
All right, you ride it. For now.
You get 1 hour.
Now what?
Now what? 'Cause my day's fucking ruined. So I'm
What you
making
do,
it
Rich?
right now. Oh, actually, a meteor falls. You all die.
Excellent. When we start the next game?
session
next week.
0.
Is that a
That
dexterity?
shit
Is that a
is-
dexterity saving throw?
No dexterity. It's the size of a planet.
It's a meteor, bro. What are you gonna do?
What are you doing, Rich?
Almighty push.
Where's Akuji and his telekinetic shove?
Don't worry, guys. I got this. 5 feet at a time. 5, 10, 15,
15,
20.
20. I can't go on.
Oh no, it's out of range.
Okay.
There he is. There's my man.
As the meeting kind of comes down and the parties begin to separate out, you are all still left there alongside the Primus, Amir, Vendrick, Marco. What would you all like to do?
Not Marco. He actually takes a leave of absence, so I don't have to do two voices. I'll just
I stab him
what
out
is-
of
you
Marcus.
can
I
if you
stab
want.
him in the back.
No. I'm just
I
kidding.
put him out of his misery.
Just kidding. Colin, I'm not sure what this would be, but in the moment after kind of everything, like everyone's like kind of leaving and like doing their own thing, and I gave the orders, Vendrick is pondering why he's watching everybody else not recognize the champions, and he had no problem recognizing. So I don't know if that would be like maybe an insight or something into like it just hits him, because it's not weird in the beginning that of course he would recognize, but now that he's seeing everybody else, he's like, but why was Vendrick an exception?
The Primus
Ooh,
recognizes.
that's tough. That's tough.
Hard.
Yes, moving on.
He's like, I don't want you to.
Yeah, no.
Stupid question.
No, we don't do that.
That's really dumb.
Jordan, what do
Don't
you want
even
to
ask
do?
Thank you for asking.
You want to ride a dragon?
me. Too bad.
No thanks. I feel like we've overdone that
bad.
bit.
Oh shit.
He's dead.
For yourselves.
God, I almost
okay.
said that
That's a-
zero out
That's a
everywhere.
deep cut.
I'm just saying Vendrick's thinking about it, whether or not he stumbles on the answer now.
It's tough. I want to give you. I'll take insight or intelligence. This is
Okay.
either like your feelings or like you piecing it together, trying to piece it together.
Ah, crap.
DC 35.
I got a +2, so
Pray for that natural 20.
Roll to 33, son of a bitch.
34. Fuck.
Give the DC's 500.
hit roll, man. 5.
That Venrick roll.
Venrick takes a moment in this as people are discussing, and that energy of like we need to get shit done is like moving out. He kind of dissociates a little bit. I think for a split second you start to feel yourself go back to that person you were. That feeling of like these people wearing these incredible relics and these champions, and like, who am I to be here, starts for a minute and immediately gets shut out by the thought of like, I've proven myself. Like, I don't even need to prove myself. There's nothing to prove. I'm just here to get a job done. Like, cut, period. And in that thought process, your mind gets kind of jumbled, and you can't help but grip onto your staff, I guess, a little tighter. And you find comfort in that for just a brief second.
Is there any metal in sight where I'm standing right now?
Yeah, there's some soldiers over with spears. There's like rough scrap metal that's been broken swords and stuff, a pile of that over there.
I don't think that's gonna do it. All right. Definitely, Vendrick is gonna do whatever the guys need, and he's just kind of waiting to hopefully hear back from Edric to get in contact with Rena.
Tell me,
What are the rest of you doing?
I'd be waiting with the Primus because he said he wanted to talk.
Right. He comes, and it's not like a private conversation. I just wanted to say,
It is good to have you back, my friend. He grabs you on the shoulder. And I'm sorry. You're fired. You, about over 40,000 no-call, no-shows. We had to let you go.
That's not fair, though. I wasn't. You
No
sent
calls.
me away. You sent me away.
The points started to add up.
But you sent me
Get
away.
over your point.
We weren't
You
gonna
proved the
force
PTO. What do
this.
you?
You moved the PTO.
Yeah, you signed it. You signed off on it.
I know, and I shouldn't have done that. We all make mistakes.
And you're still going
But-
to be Primus, so?
Listen, motherfucker. No. Your severance package. And he hands you a little bag. We loved
Toothpaste?
having you with the fry. Yes, there's a travel-sized deodorant, 2 chapsticks, and a Groupon for dental cleaning.
I'm gonna
Now that,
look at him. Is he holding a staff?
yeah,
Just to fuck with him. I'm gonna lean in towards his staff and look at it. I'm gonna say,
Okay.
inertia.
nothing happens.
Damn. All right.
He kind of. All right, now that the business stuff is out of the way. I hope it's not too much to ask. I was hoping you could go and check in with the Severed. Now with this confusing memory thing, I don't know if it will work, but Yora obviously didn't show up. Oh, Yora. She is now the war chief. She's done a fantastic job. A little brutal. We had to stop the beheadings in the beginning, but
That's my girl.
she dialed it back in. And now we've gotten her to just take thumbs and pinkies if they upset her. But she was supposed to attend this meeting. If you wouldn't mind going and checking in.
He's like, if you could go and tell her. He's like missing 3 fingers.
Yeah, 1 pinky. She's a biter.
Yes, I can do that. My plan was to speak with her anyway.
Okay. It's good to have you back. And no hard feelings about the job. We're all good here.
I'll be honest, I didn't want the job to begin with.
Yeah, we made a bad choice. Both of us.
What do you-
I shouldn't have offered it. You shouldn't have said yes.
I mean, I think I did a hell of a job while I was the leader, but
No, but we shouldn't have picked a champion to do that because you would have to go do shit. It was just like a sentimental.
yeah,
We don't have
the
to.
quality. It was.
Go check in with Yora, see if she's okay, and maybe we'll talk about your training starting back over.
No.
All right, you'll have to take it up with Vinrick though. He's the boss.
I'm my boss.
Not anymore. You're fired.
This is good. We should do this more.
Make this one thing
Circle
clear.
back.
I'll see you guys. Have a good night.
As long, as long as we all understand,
You were a shit
you
job.
didn't quit.
You didn't quit. You were fired.
You were fired.
That's not what I'm telling
fired.
you. I quit.
Okay. What else? Hit me.
Is Redolus
I hit the promise.
around?
You see me literally trying to like putting flying on the dragon, putting all the pirates in order.
You trying to get your attention, Redolus? Redolus!
Throw me!
I'd hate to not have one of these.
Redolus!
Let's go to the river!
Dork slog. Akuji trying to get my attention.
Yeah.
All right, I'll swoop in. Just do like a little flyby, drop down.
The tent is finished, sir.
How's Derek?
No, Barugra, no.
Akuji's laughing
No.
now.
Sir, the tent will be slightly delayed again.
Barugra, you help him build the tent.
Derek's like, you have made an enemy for life.
Dragon, remember this day.
First dragon slayed.
You will be. You have made an enemy for life.
Derek, the Dragon Slayer.
Oh man.
What's up, Akuji?
Say, yo, Redolus, I'm going to, visit Amir. Would you like to join me?
Sure. Is there any reason? Do you have a motive of why you need me there?
Well, you know, I hate to admit it, but, this whole, magic thing going on where people forget stuff, I don't really get it, so
Hmm.
I kind of need your help,
That's,
maybe.
That's fine. I'll join you. Barugra, you fix this fucking tent.
She lets out a big fucking ray of lightning in the sky.
Shots him up.
Stomps around.
She doesn't take well to
I-
discipline.
Derek,
turn
he's
around.
getting well for the sword.
I don't need to worry about her. I turn around like stoic, but in my head I'm like, fuck yeah, that's fucking sick.
That's my dragon,
Fucking
bro.
awesome.
That's so fucking rad.
Derek's like, just you and me, old girl.
I head out with Akuji.
Just around the bend, you see his tent. It is like the most bougiest tent here, and it's like 3 stories. It's a 3-story tent. Magic.
While we're headed up there, Akuji, no, don't take this the wrong way, but just so you know, I do hold resentment towards you.
Resentment.
What your god did to me, although it be for the good of the cause, I will always harbor a bit of hatred towards you and your god. But I won't let this affect us.
I understand, Redolus. Just know I didn't choose this either. But business can be business.
Business is business.
You arrive out front of the tent. The flaps open, and you feel like a cool breeze hit your face, like you've walked into an AC. And you see Amir lying on a lounge chair, going through notes. Oh, you've arrived. Please have a seat, whichever one you want. And like a bunch of chairs, just like a bunch of thrones, and then like normal chairs and benches. What would you like to discuss, old friend? Feels weird to say because it feels like I met you only an hour ago.
I wanted
You-
to
Go ahead.
I wanted to discuss just that. How old of friends are we?
I'm not gonna lie. I tried quite a few times to get rid of this haze I've been feeling, but it just keeps sticking. I remember an old friend who helped form the Atheretics, and I remember that their name was Akuji, but as far as I feel, that's not you.
at all. They died a long time ago.
How did Akuji die?
A mission from the gods. Champion business. Like many of the other champions over the years, they went to stop the world from ending and got ended themselves. Which is why I declined the whole business. 3 times, by the way.
Not a bad choice. And you remember my clones you found?
We had found... Yes. Akuji's clones. There was a couple that we were able to find. All over the place. Ingenious magic, might I say.
Thank you, thank you.
That's right. Sorry. Still having a hard time.
I don't know. I'm like trying to think a way to clear his fog, but I guess I'll just say I don't fully understand the magic going on and why you can't remember, but you were my fucking boy, dog.
And I am curious, if this is true, how did you know that it was a spell or something that this... If you are the only one to remember, then how would you even know the effect had happened? It's just not adding up.
This is what we've deducted since between what Asmodeus told us and what Renia and we discussed as well.
Rena, she knew you?
No, we just met very recently. She's who brought us here.
If you are Akuji, Redless, would you be a darling and go get that chair over there?
I turn around, grab it, set it down.
Cast silence on the chair immediately as you get within range. I wouldn't trust that bitch within an inch of my life, he whispers in your ear. Silence goes away. Thank you, you're such a little delight. Yeah, granted, I've tried to dispel any magical effects on myself, but I've only been able to use lower tiered spells. I'm kind of tapped out for the time being. Lots of enchanting going on, which is my specialty. I've even been able to devise... Oh, you would actually love this. It turns out, far off in the continents, there's this item called Broomstone. I'll fill you in after the battle. Anyways, I have very big plans for it. Well, if by tomorrow I'm able to erase this haze, then hopefully I'll find an old drinking buddy and we can talk spellcraft once more.
Can I do like an insight check on when he said I have big plans kind of thing? Like,
Oh, yeah.
into that. All right. That just I don't think I've ever rolled an insight check. All right, 10.
10? The look in his eyes as he says that, it makes you a little nervous. It's not like... He's not like, I'm an evil villain and I'm secretly the Zenith or anything like that. It just, you feel like, huh, I don't like it when wizards say shit like that. Like, I'm gonna make a solution, and it's gonna be the final one.
Okay.
Like, oh shit! What the fuck does that mean?
All right.
Yeah, you kind of like, yeah. Okay.
All right. Shit. Redolus, I'm sorry I've wasted your time.
If you would like, I don't mind trying to dispel it.
Oh, you could just wait. You could just. You got it like that?
You saw me do it to Reyna.
Ah, my bad. I just so much happening.
I look over to Mir, if you don't mind.
Be my guest.
Okay.
Disintegrate.
Bag of the head, disintegrate.
Back of the head. I shoot him with my gun.
Okay.
Is there
This is America.
Can I use one of my diffusion crystals?
You could. I don't know if it would have the effect.
Oh,
you
because it's only
desire.
If I remember
It's
correctly,
only-
when we used the diffuser crystal on a spell, it just kind of did like a wide thing, where like it did random people or objects, but
I guess
it didn't
location.
amplify anything.
No.
Okay.
Do you want me to attempt it? Just dispel?
I would love it.
Okay. Dispel magic.
At what level?
A tree.
Roll a d20.
That's an 18. I don't add anything to that, correct?
It's a DC that is set by what level spell you are casting,
Uh-huh.
which is an add on to that. So at level 3, 18 does just beat it.
Oh shit.
A little magical spark, and you feel like yourself like will it forward. It's not just a flow of energy. It's like you're manifesting it again, and that effect takes place, and he it worked. Well, look at that. Akuji, my old friend. He comes in for a little Redolus.
Just to make sure, insight check on that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Just fucking with me. 7.
Oh,
It's
lying
Asmodeus.
through his teeth. He is Asmodeus.
Pull out both those scimitars.
Ooh, but I really appreciate that. The only problem is now I'm fucking furious because I don't know who the fuck cast a modify memory on me like that without me even knowing. Ooh, there's gonna be some big changes coming,
How big?
and I'm gonna make sure of it.
How big?
Mountain-sized, I think.
Oh god.
At
Oh
least the
yes, yes.
Top, I think.
Redolus started feeling really uncomfortable and started backpedaling out of the tent.
It's a pleasure to have you back. Thank you for the dispel magic, and I'll see you on the front lines. As the Tim flap. Okay. What else?
What's Guidance doing?
Yeah, we all want to know.
What's Guidance doing?
I don't really have a lot to do. I guess the only thing that I would do is ask if they have some kind of scout.
What?
If they have like any kind of scouts, like if they're able to get into the place or find anything out.
Yes, sir. What is it you wish, sir?
That's you I'm talking to, huh?
Yes?
Do you guys have a party of scouts or anything like that to get inside of the place?
As quick as the wind, as ferocious as a wolf. Yes.
Thank you. Where are they at?
They'd be out scouting, sir,
They
unfortunately.
don't. Nobody comes back.
He kind of takes his helmet off. The lucky ones do. There might be a couple, though. He takes you to a set of tents. You begin to get a lot closer to the front lines. And now there is, instead of just tents and bedrolls and stuff, there are now like barricades and miniature towers being set up. Even some like ballista being created. You see huge trebuchets being wheeled and put together up. And then eventually you reach an outpost, which is wood with kind of canvas covering, has this symbol of like these two feathers or crossing over each other. I almost said it has like a symbol of a windmill on it. Sorry. And there is a group of maybe like 4 or 5 individuals in there, all older. A couple dragonborn, a couple elves, and then 2 humans who are kind of like going over maps. And one of them says, "Just be swift. Watch for the west. Make sure the cavalry is clear. We need somebody to be able to fly over to the east if we can. Maybe we can get one of the Harriers." And Derek.
Sir, Sir Dravius, I have a member of the War Council here who would like to speak with your scouts, sir.
Oh, fuck, it's Derek. Yeah, all right, Derek. Who are you?
My name is Gaius.
Sir, can I please leave now?
Derek, leave! Derek, go away!
He clicks his heels.
At once, sir!
And he runs off.
That's the next king.
Yeah, be something.
All right, what's your fucking deal?
I just tell him I'm part of the War Council now. I used to gather information. Those kind of my specialty, scouting. I'm just wondering what you guys have figured out, trying to figure out.
Fuck, I'm desperate as fuck. So, not much. It's fucking impossible to get anything past the enormous army they have in the sky, and the only individuals who can actually turn invisible, which not very many of those. Here's what we got. He lays out the map. There's symbols placed on the boundary between like where their encampment is, the crater that the citadel lies in, the mound to the west that they're going to try to take the high ground on. There's some shapes behind. He points at the center citadel. Says, obviously, this is the big fucking kahuna. Completely walled off. Has 4 gatehouses, all double walled and covered in wrought iron, completely sealed and locked off, and not to mention a guard tower every about 10 feet, lined with elemental creatures and as many demons as a man could have nightmares of. We have to the west, we have a high ground situation where the crater seems to have given us a good path to set up some artillery and have a cavalry be able to come for a flank, a little hammer and anvil action. Unfortunately, they have giant fucking beings. So we're trying to come up with a plan how we can make sure they don't smash all the horses to pieces. Now, for the internal of the citadel, we know this. There is an entrance at the base of the obelisk. The only reason we know that is because there are creatures that move in and out all the time. And they wouldn't be able to hold that many bodies within there, so we're thinking they have some sort of portal set up at the base. Now, far to the north, maybe a 3 or 4 day journey out, there's reports, and these are very bloodied reports on birds that were flying back on half a wing. There's Titans. Plural. Don't know how many. And the note sure as hell didn't have any number on it. In fact, it just said Titans. So, that's about as far as we got. We thought of doing underground tunnels. The druids thought they could make it work. The problem is it's slightly dangerous with a war going on above their heads. We went for an aerial approach. They have way too many numbers. Not to mention whatever that fucking fire thing is riding on the back of that creature. The moment anything gets within a mile radius, he cuts them down quick. They also have some sort of artillery device at the top. Anytime any men get too close, enormous logs or ballista missiles impact the ground rapidly, and they are accurate. That's what we got.
You said people who can be invisible, are they getting closer? Like, much closer, or?
They have some creatures up in the sky they can see. We sent in small scrying orbs, which have been shot down. So obviously they can see through invisibility, but that's only in the sky. As far as we can tell, if you're able to get enough cover on the ground, usually at night, we've had a few able to make it at least to the gatehouses. Nobody's made it inside.
And if somebody were to make it inside, what do you think the most important thing to find out is?
To infiltrate, we would need to take out that artillery. There would be no pushing forward if we can't take that thing out. And we haven't even been able to see it. It comes from the sky, almost seemingly out of nowhere. If we can do that, the ground units will at least have a chance. The second part would be demolition. If we could break down the walls, instead of going through the gatehouses, the structural integrity would allow it. We could get more men in and not have to fight on the walls, which is a death sentence. Then we wouldn't have to be playing full defense or assault on their defense. We could be inside and break them apart as quickly as we could. I'd say it's a demolition job, both ways. We've got Arcanists from the Etheretics. They've got these, not scrolls, but devices. Some sort of delayed fireball. If we're able to lay out about 5 or 6 of them, they said it should be able to break through the wall, and you'd only have a few moments to get away. But it could be enough.
And on which wall are you wanting? Would you want that on?
There's a full circle around the entire citadel. My bet, and I'm no soldier, I'm just a scout. My thought is if we could get the west side open, that would mean they'd have to either defend from the cavalry or defend that gatehouse. They couldn't do both at the same time. Or we could just do the south and do a full frontal assault. But the problem with the south and the north and the east side is we have to go through the entire army to get there. I mean, we have to do that for all of them, but it gives us more options on the south and west side.
So west side is the preferred side that you'd want to try and get in?
I'd check in with the general, but if we could get, maybe we could even strap some demolitions to one of the cavalry. They might be able to get the wall down.
Who has these devices you said? The fireballs? Who do I need to
Advisor
talk to
Amir
for that?
Porco should have some of his students. They've been preparing them for the last few days. I'd speak with him.
And I'll kind of nod my head, and I'll just kind of turn and I'll start walking out.
They just let you walk out. He's like, all right, let's get some more men up along the east side. I want archers so we can... And they get back to their plans.
And I'll go find Lepitor, and then
Lepitor.
I can do that, or you can do somebody else, whatever.
Local tard.
Excuse me? I'm gonna say that again.
Sorry, I just thought about it.
The fuck you say to me?
You find each other.
Lepitor is helping Derek assemble the tent because he's starting to feel guilty asking for so many refreshments.
All the cheese and
So come on, buddy. It's not that hard. Put the stake in the ground. We're gonna tie the rope.
Sir, with respect, it would be a lot easier if the dragon wasn't messing around with the ropes half the time.
You see Baragra,
Cat.
big ass
Yeah,
ball
big-
of rope.
Well, you got a point there.
Dirty beast!
Takes it.
He's like stabbing it, but it's not going through the scales.
Yeah, it's just like bending the fucking
Like as hard as he
sword.
can.
Hear me now, beast. Your days are numbered while I drop mine.
Guy just walked.
Lepitor.
Guys, here to help. Here to lend a hand.
No, I'm not going to put up a tent.
Ah,
I think Derek's
All
got
right.
this.
I mean, it's been
Uh,
about an hour and he still hasn't.
Well, I think the dragon came back. I think he had it, and then he lost it.
Baragra
Alright,
well, if you're not gonna
rolls over
help.
and he gets half stuck.
I can't breathe!
He's killing
Oh.
me.
Lepitor, I have a bit of a favor to ask. Would you be willing to part ways with that cloak for maybe a night?
Our ways.
Well, I talked to the people that are doing the scouting, and they think their only way in is through a west wall that they think that they can take down. Nobody can get close enough. I mean, I've seen what it can do when you're wearing it. I mean, I can only imagine what I could do with it.
What I can do.
Is it possible to just trade him back and forth?
You could try. They're not like stitched to your skin.
Yeah, I guess my only concern, guys, would be you have to attune to it as well. And it's not the easiest thing, given we only have about 2 days. Because we can only attune to him once per day, right? From what I remember.
Yeah,
Like during a long rest. Yeah.
Well, it's midday now, isn't it? Well, I was thinking I could take it now. Hopefully it works, and by nighttime I would be when I leave. Get it done at night, hopefully come back, of course. And then I'll give it back.
Okay. And if you aren't able to attune to it,
Then I'll just go without it.
I'll rip it up.
I'm gonna bury it. I'm gonna bury it in a 10-foot hole, and I'll never tell you where.
If I can't have it, nobody can.
well, since I'm already attuned to it, if I
Fuck
take
this.
it off and then
Hold
put
on,
it back on,
Imagine he just went straight to Richard.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. Okay, what were you saying? Yeah,
Bang!
roll perception. Keep going.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
Very good. So if I take it off and put it back on, I don't have to reattune. I've already attuned to it.
Damn, that's a great question.
I like to ask this.
Pretty sure
No,
you do.
you're attuned to it. You're like, you choose when you unattune to it. But if somebody else attunes to it, you lose your attunement. So, like, let's say it got stolen from you. You technically, if you got it back before they attuned to it, it would still be your thing. Like, you could still use it. But if they attuned to it before you got it back, then you would have to reattune to it. That's how I would rule that. So you could, like, take it off and give it to him. As long as he doesn't attune to it, you can just put it back on. You're good.
Bro, your girl's your girl until she's not your girl.
Type shit.
Marco, what are you doing here?
Girl, your girl till she ain't your girl no more.
What is Marco talking about?
They hate us because they ain't us.
Because I ain't us.
He was the first hipster.
Marco.
Marco was the first hipster.
Well, if you need someone to sneak in, rather than try and waste time trying to attune to it and then reattune to it, why don't I just go?
Oh, I'm going regardless.
Okay, but if you're going regardless, how are you? I mean, how difficult is it to sneak?
Apparently very. I gotta get to the wall. I don't think anybody's came back from that.
It's just past 500,000 demons.
Yeah. Something light. Nothing serious.
Nothing serious.
That's 500,000 more perception rolls I gotta do. Think about that.
Oh my god.
That's going to take forever.
That's crazy.
I'll start.
We're not playing next week, guys. I'm rolling.
I'm rolling. I'm starting now.
One.
Lumpcar, if you don't want to give it to me, you can tell me no. But I figured I'd ask. Come on.
Yeah, I think it would be better for me to keep it just because of the attunement. But I can go, because I can, as part of the cloak, I can turn myself completely invisible. And so I could easily just go over, scout what we need to, and come back completely undetected.
It's a get in, get out, just so you know. You gotta take some, I guess they have these bombs with them. Want to plant them at the wall. He said once they're planted, you have a pretty short timer to get out.
Okay. I think I can make that work. Do we want to use it just for the wall, or is there something else we want to?
All they told me was they're just hoping they can open up one of the walls to get their forces to almost split and have to focus on points, and it's either a way in or a defensive point. Because they have artillery that they can't figure out. That's going to, I guess, wreck everybody before they even get there. They seem pretty confident about that.
But we can't destroy the artillery?
They say it's coming from the sky, and they don't really know it's where or how it's fired. Be another thing that I would attempt to find out, but...
Was there anything else to scout within the walls?
They can't get inside the walls.
But if I can get inside the walls...
That's the plan.
break.
Break.
Okay.
All right, so you guys do that shit.
That's done.
Easy. We just do it. All right. Cool.
Yeah, it was hard as hell, and like you were like really sneaky and shit, but you got it done.
Sick.
Oh my God.
Sick.
So you did.
Sick.
There's now a massive hole in the side of the wall.
He just doesn't want
Massive
to roll
hole.
500,000 perception check.
I already did.
Wow, that was fast.
It's crazy. Not one saw you.
Roll me a history check, guys. Now.
Okay.
Good boy.
That's enough out of you. Don't do that. 17.
Bad boy.
Oh man.
Bad boy.
What you gonna do?
The way that artillery thing was described, he said like huge stakes being shot at from the sky. It sounds like how you were being attacked outside the walls of Capstone.
Oh, that's right.
No.
Boom!
And that was it Wrath that was doing that, throwing them?
So,
Yeah. He was Dark Soul bossing you. Or not
That's right.
boss, but random fucking giant on a hill.
And is that the man on the dragon?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't know it's a dragon. It could be any sort of creature.
The 4 dead dragons combined into one. It's not that.
I hope at the
two on the
very
nose.
That's so stupid.
So stupid.
That'd be so fucking
I hope at
awesome.
the very least it has the personality of Derek Brush.
Well, I hope
Just
so
to
too.
guide him.
Just bring him to a big body of water and he's done.
He'll drown him.
I'll tell Lopator then, well, if you want to try this, then I'll go see if I can find some of these bombs and then I'll come find you later tonight.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. We transition to Tormund. Making your way through the camps over on the eastern side, you see patrol groups of One Piece. You see, you make your way into the severed camp. Nobody greets you with a symbol of recognition, and eventually you see a familiar tent posted up, old and cut up with patches on it, but a very familiar color. Your old tent. Tent of the War Chief.
So this is the Sever. I would
I'm
try
gonna make
and-
that a shirt, bro.
I would try and go in the tent.
You can't.
It's a tent.
It's locked.
What do you try?
Like,
It's locked.
the tent is locked.
Yeah.
How is
There's a zipper.
Explain to me how that looks.
There's a bubble.
Huh?
A force field.
Force field magic?
Yep.
Alright, I head back. I'll be dead.
Okay.
Got me.
And that's where we're gonna end tonight's.
Good shit.
You approach the tent. There aren't like guards and stuff posted out there. The Severed never really did shit like that. If you can't defend yourself, then what's the fucking point?
True.
You rip open the tent.
BAM! BAM!
It was so much worse.
What were
It
you gonna
was
say?
so much
What
worse.
were you gonna say?
No. You walk in the tent and you see kind of sleeping on the cot a much older kind kind of salt and peppered hair that was once bald, but now has like a little bit of a fro, a little baby fro going on. You're sleeping.
I just go trying to like wake her up.
Dagger shoots right past your head. 17 to hit.
I'm just gonna catch it.
All right, you do
17
that.
misses.
You catch it, drop it to the ground, and she. What is it? Well, what are you doing here?
Do you know who I am?
No, but I'd like to find out.
She's a slut now, really?
She's-
That's what you did to her? That's what you did to her!
As she sits up, you notice that the arm she threw the dagger with came from her boot. But as she sits up, she is missing the entire left shoulder.
Ooh.
And it is completely bandaged, and her whole side of her face burn scars. And she doesn't have an eye in there. It's just raw tissue all the way down the side. And you can see it goes down her neck and even further past, probably. Pink, bright pink scar tissue. Well, are we going to do this or what?
Does the name Tormund ring a bell?
She stands up. No. What are you doing here? What do you want? What do you fucking want?
I'm him. I'm Tormund.
And
I'm
that's
him.
where we'll hit tonight's session.
I'm in.
Right there. We'll pick up the next time in our Tales of Foundation.
Yes.
That was hard as hell, dude.
I'm him.
Oh, man. Dang.
No, we will actually end right there, only because of time. I do want to start. I think. Okay, no, we just need to start planning stuff for our in-person game because we're getting close to that time.
Next
As
week?
long as everybody
Pass.
still wants to do it.
Pass. I don't want
I was thinking Tuesday.
I'm there.
to. You
This
got
was-
it.
Are we going to your house
Tuesday in New York.
or what, dude?
Well, that's kind of part of the discussion of what we want to do.
Oh, I'm gonna end
I
the
want
stream.
your house.
Stream doesn't need to hear the details.
And
This ain't
with
the fans
that,
show up.
we'll end tonight's session. Peace, guys.